to press the circle and release it with control. You can put your hand there also to make sure that you're utilizing the muscle group underneath the shoulder blade, and release. And press with control and release with control. You want to make sure that your arm stays nice and straight the entire time and that you're not shrugging your shoulder up towards your ear as you press the circle and release it. About 10 to 20 reps on each side should do the trick. So after working that muscle group, we're going to take the circle and place it right on the top of the shoulder. The arm is now bent. You can still keep your other hand right on your midsection. And now we're going to work into the bicep of the arm, pressing the circle and releasing with control. Pressing and releasing. You want to make sure that your elbow stays open away from the midline of the body. Nice and controlled presses and really controlling on the release of the movement. Simple breathing here. You can inhale as you press and exhale as you release. 10 to 20 reps again, and you can even take little pulses at the end just to increase the exercise. And after this, we're going to move to the chest muscles or pectoral muscles. You're going to hold the circle directly in front of your body with both hands, and you're just going to slowly squeeze and slowly release, trying to use both sides of the body equally and evenly. Taking about 10 presses in front of you, and then you can bend your elbows all the way in, bringing it closer to the chest, and take 10 more presses here. Squeezing and releasing with the same amount of time to squeeze as to release. And I like to take those presses and slowly take 5 to push outwards away from my chest, and then bring 5 back in towards my chest. And you can do about 5 reps of those. Again, 10 to 20 of each, away from the body and towards the body, working through the pectoral muscles and the muscles of the anterior. Starting out with a nice solid midsection, stomach really pulled in towards the spine. I'm just going to press my top leg up against the circle and release it back down. Slowly pressing up and slowly releasing down. I want to make sure that I maintain contact with the circle with the outside of my knee. As I press my top leg up into the circle, I'm pressing my bottom leg down into it as well to make sure that it's nice and stabilized, and to ensure that my hips maintain a stacked position, one right on top of the other. You don't want to rock the top hip back and forth behind you. We can do about 10 to 15 reps of these. After about the 15th one, you're really going to start to feel the burn in the outer section of the thigh. I'm going to take my top leg, reach it out of my hip socket, and press it slowly down towards my bottom leg, and then release it back up. So now we're working the inner thigh, the adductor muscles, and I'm slowly pressing down and slowly releasing back up. You want to make sure that your stomach stays tight so that you don't wobble all over the place, maintaining stabilization throughout. About 10 of these, and you should start feeling the burn right along the top of the inner thigh, or the inner thigh on the top leg. I'm going to bend my knees in towards my chest, still holding the circle between my ankles. Top hand goes behind my head, and I'm going to bring my elbow and my knee together and then stretch them away from each other. Bring them together and stretch them away. As I come in, I'm working the top oblique. So you want to make sure that you really get that knee in so the hip comes up and the hip goes down. In. If I place the circle between my ankles, I'm going to stretch my legs out nice and long. This is a little bit more advanced than what I've just done. Not only am I working my abdominals now, but I'm also working my adductor muscles, my inner thighs. Adversely, if I put it on the outside of my ankles, I'm working my core and my abductors, my outer thighs, because I'm pressing against the circle. You can also add an added bonus of pushing away with those legs as you pump those arms. Today I'll do it on the inside of my ankles. I want to work my inner thighs. So I'm going to lie down flat again, place the circle inside my ankles, start with my head, neck, and shoulders raised up off the mat, eyes on my belly button. I'm going to grab right above my knees and hug them in tight. Take a deep breath in right here, and as I exhale, my legs are going to stretch forward and my arms are going to frame my head. Circling the arms around to pull the knees in, and that's one set. If I place it on the outside of my ankles, when I extend, I'm going to press away from each other with my legs and come back in. Take that circle and place it right on the outside of my ankles, because now I want to work my outer thighs. Legs are going to be straight up in the air, 90-degree angle, and I'm going to place my hands underneath my tailbone in a diamond shape with my thumbs and forefingers. My head can be down on this, and I'm just going to draw a circle in the air. The legs are going to go to the right and low and left, and center, other way, left, and low, stomach pulling in tight, right. I'm going to focus on the outside of my ankles because I want to work my abductor muscles, my outer thighs. I'm going to take my legs straight up in the air, place my hands underneath my sacrum in a diamond shape to give my pelvis a little bit more of a lift so that I don't take it into my back. The head can either be down or up on this one. I like to do it up. I think it challenges my abdominals a little bit more. So I'm going to take my legs, staring at my belly button, and drop them straight down for 3 slow counts. And then lift them back up on 1. And again, drop, 2, 3, and back up on 1. As I'm dropping my legs, I'm keeping my shoulders pulled down and my stomach nice and tight. I'm squeezing my glutes, making sure that I don't go into my back, and up. You can do this. So hands behind my head, and I'm going to bring my right elbow to my left knee. I'm going to look at the elbow behind me so I get my maximum twist. Now as I come through the center, I'm going to stretch my legs out long. Then we'll go to the other direction, bending my knees as I twist, straightening my knees as I come center. Bending my knees as I twist, straightening as I come center. Bending as I twist, straighten as you come center. Making sure every single time you extend those legs back out, your shoulders are off the mat and down away from the ears. And I'm making sure that my elbows aren't really tight in, closing up my face. Open elbows. Couple more, and stretch. Twist as we bend, and stretch. As an added bonus, you can do a couple of straight squeezes at the end, making it a little harder. I'm going to place my hands behind my head for support, and all you're going to do is raise those hips and lower those hips. Raise them and lower them. Raise and lower. I'm going to place it right between my knees again, starting with my head down, and now my lower and upper body are squeezing together at the same time. Exhale as you come up, inhale as you come down.